I believe. Here is K2AYA.
Okay, I have a very low copy on you, sir. You're just maybe half a dB above my noise level. You might come up on your mic, and let me see if I can hear you a little bit better. What's the name there?
The name here is Bob, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, Kilo 2, Alpha, Yankee Alpha, Woodbridge, New Jersey, over.
Okay, Bob, if you would like, I think I can fatten up your audio a little bit if you'd be interested. Okay, first thing I would do would be to engage your compressor. Engage your compressor at about a 3 out of 10. Get your compressor online at about a 3 out of 10. Roger?
Okay, this is 29 out of 100.
Close enough, close enough. Then I would go to my ALC meter. I would bring my ALC meter up, and with mic gain in hand, I would adjust my ALC reading to where it's running a mid-scale to 2/3 by talking just normally into the microphone and adjusting the mic gain control. Roger?
Okay, roger, roger. I'm about 2/3 ALC. Let's see, about 2/3 ALC, over.
Oh, yes, big difference there, sir. You're now at least 7 or 8 dB over my noise level, so excellent there. And let me tell me about your antenna system for about 10 or 15 seconds.
Well, the antenna system is a terrible compromise. It's an HOA kind of situation. I really don't get into it, but it's about 100 feet long, oriented north-south. Kind of configuration, over.
Roger, Bob. Roger, Bob. Well, conditions have dropped back down. You're again about 1 dB above my noise level, but I think with your new settings, I think you'll have a better chance of getting out. You know, the big part is that ALC, keeping that ALC up there between mid-scale and 2/3. What we recommend sometimes is that you take your watt meter, excuse me, and if you can see your watt meter, put it in the PEP position, so it will move fairly quickly. Most folks run it in the RMS, but we suggest for this you put your meter in PEP, and then you know where that sweet spot is, and by your voice and the way you talk on the microphone, you want to try to keep that meter running in the sweet spot. And a lot of it might have to do with the tempo of your voice, but then a lot of it also has to do with the modulation of your voice. So the mission is to keep that PEP meter running in that sweet spot as much as you can. Roger?
Roger. I understand a lot of the professional broadcasters are trying to keep a single tune going through rather than having peaks of this and that. So I completely understand that, over.
Roger, I've spent 50 years looking at a VU meter, so I can tell pretty much where that needle is going before it leaves the station, moving up. I can tell by how fast it's going, pretty much where it is going, you know. And so I've been, like I say, I've been looking at VU meters for a long time, and I can pretty much see where, you know, a person's dynamic range is within maybe 10 or 15 seconds of a Qso. Roger, Roger.
Roger, this is an Olacraft, and they have a different configuration of ALC, and they would prefer not to depend on ALC much at all. They're kind of, you can tell that they have a negative connotation relative to it, rather relative to the need for the dependency on ALC, over.
Roger. Well, in most cases, the ALC meter is looking at the output of the limiter of the radio, the meter, the ALC meter, is looking at the final output of the limiter on the radio. So, to me, now, and that's just a personal feeling, but to me, the ALC meter is God, because it will tell you precisely where your modulation level is, and you don't want to be in the red, and I've found that running mid-scale to 2/3 will give somebody a 3 dB dynamic range, which will equate to about a 3 dB dynamic range, and therefore between an 80 and 85% average peak modulation. Roger?
Roger, I'll have to look into that, because right now I'm looking at my ALC. I'm about 50%, and I just looked at the peak meter, and I'm beginning to understand exactly what you're saying. So most appreciative of that one. Did you do any kind of recording with this one? Over.
Yes, sir. We are recording, and we'll be posting it up on YouTube in the next couple of days. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. And on that page, you'll be looking for Qso with your call sign in it. And come back and let me verify that call sign, Roger. Roger, Bob, I've got it. I hope I can get everybody's call sign on the title. Sometimes it's a real challenge,
Well, it depends. There's a lot of sloppy radios, and a lot of people have to put up with terrible compromises. And the other thing too, it's like 7300 became very popular when 7610 began to show problems with their display. So 7300 became quite a bargain and quite a good purchase. Over.
Yes, Roger. We're running now a two radio operation. Normally we're running just one, but we are going to be playing with a 7300 in the receive mode. Roger. What are you talking about, sir?
I thought that possibly it was you in conversation with someone else who said that they had a large magnetic loop for reception. Over.
That's what we have. We have two large 10-foot magnetic loop antennas, vertically polarized. One is oriented east and west, the other north and south. They come in on a 3-position rotary switch, and 2 of those positions is each one singular, and then the third position is a co-phase harness, which we then are running both antennas simultaneously, which often results in a 3 to 4 dB hotter signal than either one of the mag loops by themselves.
Okay, I get that. And are you using variable capacitors? Over.
We are, but they're stationary. We go out and check them usually on Friday mornings, since we are just on 7188. And right now, excuse me, we are running them slightly detuned because they are set up on 7188, and we're running right now on 7214. But some of our good neighbors in the area of 7188 were not necessarily nice, so we had to go downriver. Roger.
Roger. It's a very busy area, 185, 188. I get that. I understand. So that's very nice, because you must then have a very good broadband loop. Over.
Roger. Yeah, we normally run just on Fridays on 7188, and we do real well. We're between 2 RV service networks. Roger.
Roger. I'm about 20 miles southwest of New York City, and we're only running a bus, and it's an Elecraft K3. And I was just wondering where you were. Over.
Roger. We're down around Louisville, Kentucky. We're just across the Ohio River from Louisville in a little hamlet called New Albany, Indiana. Roger.
Roger. I got it. Thank you very much for your help. I'll be looking at that YouTube. I read Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Over.
That is correct. That is correct. And it'll probably take us a couple of days to get this uploaded to YouTube. We probably will get it sooner, but we just reserve, 48 hours to get it up there. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We have some kind of cycling noise. It's about every 3/4 of a second that we get an increase of static wave. And it's a cycle. It's just, I have no idea. It sounds like radar or something. I receive it even on a portable battery-operated shortwave radio, and I just cannot locate this noise. So I have to do something about that. Possibly a loop. Over.
Roger that, or take your little portable AM radio and tune it down to 550 or thereabouts where there are no stations, and just to proceed to move around your area, listening up against AC outlets and switches and poles, and just to walk around to see if you can kind of get a handle on where it might be coming from,
Yeah, even better, it will go lower than that on shortwave, over, or rather higher on shortwave, over.
Yeah, I've found 550, 540, somewhere in there is a nice frequency where there are no broadcast stations, hopefully in your area. That's a nice frequency to track down QRM or, man-made or otherwise. And a lot of times, they are using wall warts as, those little power supplies that you plug in. Those can really raise havoc, so you check those out real good, Roger.
Oh, yeah, and I certainly do have a bunch of them. Fortunately, this particular amplifier is a linear and not switching on the power supply. That's one of the reasons that I was attracted to it, because it's small enough and yet it will give you a clean 400, maybe 450 watts out, over.
Roger that, Roger. Yeah, well, a lot of that noise, like I say, is coming from those little small wall warts. They just, I forget what they call them, but they just generate a lot of noise. Most of the time, it's not in the AM frequencies, but sometimes it is. I've tracked down a few. The best time is, if you ever have a major power failure, power up your radio by itself while everything else is dead, and you can see the difference between the normal residual noise level and the noise level that you will experience after a power outage or during a power outage, Roger.
Oh, I've done that. I have a battery which will operate the radio and will give me about 85, 90 watts out, and I have done that, and the difference is absolutely outstanding, over.
Roger, Roger. Okay, we got to jump out. Appreciate the comeback, sir. You have a real good weekend. If you get a chance, check in with us tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 till 5 on 7188. Roger.
I'll take a look at that, and I'll put a note, 7185, and tomorrow, what time tomorrow, over?
Roger, 7188. 7188 tomorrow between 3:30 and 5 Eastern, Roger.
Okay, Roger, I got a note. Thank you very much. And 73, I'll be listening out. And thank you very much for your help. I really, really appreciate it. Take care. 73, sayonara. Here's K2AYA. I'll be off and listening. Bye-bye.
Roger, Roger, Bob. 3's that way, sir. Have a great afternoon, a beautiful evening. This is KC9VKV, and we've been running our Qso-Vlog pop-up air check to check out the functionality of running a transmit radio and a receive radio dislocated from each other, but operating in tandem with each other, and so far it looks like it's working out. We did have to build a mute to relay for the antenna input to our 7300 that we're using in receive that would prevent the residual RF excuse me, from getting in the radio while we power down with 1 kilowatt. And so far, no smoke. Catch everybody later. 3's. This is KC9VKV. Be clear.